As we face difficult times, our hearts are put to the test. The resilience we seek is not just stubborn resistance, but an inner strength that feeds on trust in God. In this moment of prayer, we turn to God, seeking not only comfort, but also the strength to continue, to rise even when life seems to knock us down repeatedly. The journey of life is marked by challenges that often seem insurmountable. There are moments when worries and fear can surround us, trying to make us lose hope. But it is precisely in these moments that faith is most needed. Faith helps us see beyond the circumstances, reminding us that God is with us, even when everything around us seems to crumble. He is the firm rock upon which we can build our resilience, knowing that with Him, we are capable of enduring any storm. When the winds of difficulties blow strong, it can be tempting to give up. However, it is in these moments that God calls us to draw even closer to Him, to trust more deeply in His wisdom and power. He did not promise us an easy journey, but He guaranteed us His constant presence. God is always by our side, offering the strength we need to move forward. His grace is abundant, and He sustains us with every step, especially when our own strength seems insufficient. In times of distress, it is natural for our spirit to waver, and questions about the purpose of the trials we face may arise in our minds. In these moments, pain can obscure our vision, and we are tempted to ask why we are going through certain difficulties. However, it is essential to remember that God, in His wisdom, is continually working in our hearts, even through the most challenging obstacles. Trials, although painful, are used by God as instruments of transformation. They are not just hurdles to be overcome, but also divine opportunities for our character to be shaped and our faith to be strengthened. It is in these hours of difficulty that we learn to trust God more deeply, allowing Him to refine our spirit and empower us to face storms with a faith that is not easily shaken. When we place our trust in God, even without understanding the immediate purpose of our struggles, we open our hearts for Him to guide us through dark valleys. In His presence, these moments of pain and uncertainty become pathways for spiritual growth, where our dependence on Him grows stronger and our perspective on life becomes more centered in His grace. God takes us step by step from a place of despair to a place of renewal, where we find peace, not in the absence of problems, but in the certainty that He is in control, guiding us toward a future full of hope and purpose. The resilience we seek in difficult times is a reflection of the trust we place in God. It is not a strength that comes from ourselves, but rather a strength that is cultivated as we surrender to God's care. When we turn to Him in prayer, we are reminded that we are not alone. God is always present, hearing our pleas and offering the comfort our hearts long for. Each challenge we face can be seen as an opportunity to grow closer to God. It is in these moments of difficulty that our faith is tested and strengthened. Instead of allowing ourselves to be consumed by despair, we can choose to trust that God is working in our lives, even when we don't understand how. We can be assured that He is shaping us to be stronger, more resilient, and more aligned with His purpose for us. God calls us to persevere, to keep our eyes fixed on Him, even when the waves of life seem to engulf us. He gives us the courage to face each day with hope, knowing that He has already prepared a path for us. Even in the darkest nights, we can trust that the dawn will bring new light and that God is with us, guiding us with His firm and loving hand. As we seek the resilience of the heart, we can trust that God will give us the strength necessary to overcome any obstacle. He knows us deeply, our fears, our struggles, and our dreams. And it is with this knowledge that He guides us, sustains us, and empowers us to move forward. With each step we take, we can be certain that God is with us and that He will never leave us forsaken. This prayer serves as a powerful reminder that even when we find ourselves in the darkest moments, full of uncertainty and pain, we can still find a peace that surpasses human understanding and a strength that goes beyond our limitations. God is the inexhaustible source of all resilience, an unshakable foundation upon which we can build our trust and hope, regardless of the storms that may arise along the way. In God, we find not only the capacity to resist life's challenges, but also the courage necessary to face them head-on, with a faith that sustains us and encourages us to keep going, even when the road seems tough. He gives us the strength to overcome the obstacles that appear in our path, infusing us with renewed determination with each new dawn. May our lives be a constant reflection of this unwavering trust in God. May we walk with the assurance that He is by our side, guiding our steps and empowering us to live according to His will. And as we seek God in prayer, may this pursuit strengthen us, giving us the courage necessary to face each new day with renewed hope and unbreakable determination. Thus, we can live with the conviction that even in the most challenging days, we are safe in God's hands, and He is always working in our lives, shaping us to be stronger, wiser, and more resilient. May this trust in God always guide us, providing us with the peace and strength needed to walk the path He has prepared for us. May our hearts be steadfast, firmly anchored in the certainty that God is always with us, regardless of the circumstances. He is the rock upon which we can lean when life's storms intensify, the lighthouse that illuminates our path amid darkness, and the infinite source of hope that renews our strength day after day. In every challenge we face, we can trust that God is leading us, step by step, to a place of peace and safety. His constant presence is our shelter, providing the refuge we need when the waves of adversity threaten to overwhelm us. With God by our side, there is no obstacle too great, nor any situation so desperate that we cannot overcome. He strengthens us in ways that we sometimes cannot even perceive, empowering us to persevere, to keep our faith firm, and to move forward, even when the road seems difficult. In God we find not only the courage to face challenges, but also the assurance that, regardless of what happens, He is guiding us with love, wisdom, and purpose, always leading us to a place where peace and security reign. May this prayer be a testament to the resilience we find in God. May our hearts be strengthened, our minds renewed, and our faith deepened as we trust in God to guide us through difficult times. He is our rock, our fortress, and in Him we find the strength to continue, day by day, with confidence and hope. Amen.